Greetings and welcome everyone to an all-you-can-geek Gamecast. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinsod,
Ahoy!
and Tony Korkanakis.
Yo.
Welcome guys, welcome listeners, welcome viewers. We are live right now on Twitch. Tuesday nights we start at 8. We just did the movie cast, so be on the lookout for that episode. If you can't join us for these live broadcasts, though, YouTube has all the content, so you can always go find it all over there. Be sure to subscribe there because that helps us out, and it also helps you out because you get notified when we post. All right, folks. Gamecast. What we've been up to. I've been playing a lot of games. Two games actually. Unfortunately, Sue couldn't. I'm sorry. It has gone to the side. I didn't mean it to happen this way. I apologize. It was not intentional, but you guys kept hyping up Slay the Spire 2 like crazy, and $25. I was like, and it's Mac compatible, so I'm like, well, I've got this. My MacBook is always with me when I'm traveling right now. It's just very easy to play this game. So I picked up Slay the Spire 2. It is like super addictive to the point where like for me, like I just didn't even realize what the time was when I was getting treatments and stuff for things. And I was like, wait, what, I'm going already? I'm leaving? And I'm like, oh my God, I have to finish this. Let me just finish this run. Yeah. So I went a little loose on that last run. I haven't finished the Act 3 though yet myself. I haven't gone all the way through it.
It's a little bit tricky the first time around. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm guessing like for me, it goes back to like, for those wondering, this is a card-based roguelike game where you can build your deck. It's a deck builder. And you have to make choices about, do you want to upgrade cards? Do you want to rest sometimes? Do you want, it's a great, you can choose your path if you're going to face a very, very, how dangerous do you want to run it, or do you want to try to get some loot? I made some great runs in the beginning, but like, and I remember you mentioning this last week, there's a point where like, you have to stop yourself and be like, wait, can I pull this off? And the problem is like, I'll just get a little bit too lazy sometimes and I'll miss that step. And I'm like, oh, I botched this. Yep. Oh my God. And then you're done. And you're done at that point. There's no recovery at that point. You're done. It's just like, I miscounted this block. I was like, why did I mess this up?
Yep. Like there's so many times where it's like, oh no, I did the math wrong. Like I did the math wrong and I'm dying now. Like, and it's just like, well,
I can kill this guy in this. I was like, I can totally kill this guy here. So I attacked all the way and I'm like, oh, he's still alive, and I have no defense up. And I'm like, I'm done. Yeah. So
like 40, it's like, oh well.
Yeah. Yep. I'm dead. But I haven't really picked a favorite character yet. I will say the what's the poison one?
Silent.
Yeah, I like that character. I have played that a lot, that character, but the Necromancer is pretty good too. So those two play mechanics are actually very interesting. The first one is fine. Actually, I do the best with the main warrior one, the warrior class one.
Ironclad?
I hate it.
Yeah, Ironclad. I do like really well with that, but I think it's a boring play. I don't know. I just, but I don't know.
It's so it's a safe, easy to get going.
Yeah.
And that's why that's the starter character.
Yeah, it's the starter character.
I will say,
but I just like, it's doing. The game is still doing great, right? I mean, still.
Yeah, I think they announced like 3 million copies sold or something like that this week.
Yeah, I do need to get into a multiplayer game with you guys still at some point here. I'm gonna have a lot of time soon, so I'll be available to play some multiplayer very soon. So that was the idea too, because like I'm gonna be set up and I'm just like, you know what, I can pop on, play this, and if you guys want to pop on for multiplayer, I can do that at any time essentially. So, but yeah, I played that, and I also played a lot of God of War, which the game is longer than I expected. Oh, Ragnarok for those wondering. It's a lot longer than I expected, actually. Not a lot, but I mean, it's longer than the first game. It's bigger than the first game. And I'm thinking here, I'm like 10 hours into the game, and I'm like, oh, I'm almost done. I'm like, no, you're not. You're not even close yet. Especially because I will give this game massive credit, because I always talk about like games that like open world games where I don't like to, go off the main path if it doesn't make sense in the story. But they put these glowing chests, like you can see them, like they're there, like you're just in the peripheral of your view. So you're like, huh, how do I get to that thing? And you're like, you have this stuff going, and then I love how like the banter goes on. At one point, the game actually like addresses you doing this constantly. It's really funny actually when you have tier with you. So it's like they make a joke about it. Actually, does he always go off on his own? Oh yeah, he does this a lot. But like the game does a really good job of making you enticed enough to go over to the other path to see how you can get to the treasure chest. It's so close to your path, you don't have to go that far, and you don't even have to really search for them. You can see them everywhere you go. So I think it's a great idea for these games because it does get people like me who wants to really play through the main part and not. I don't like to. I like to follow the story. Like if I'm going to save the world, I'm not going to go, oh, what's over in this chest? But they do it so nicely where it's just like, oh, it's just here though. It's only here. I don't have to go that far. Yes, the world's like I can still reach the door to get out. So, but it's a really really good game. It looks amazing visually. I mean, I did the whole like island monster thing, Mike. Pretty early on in that game, I think there's an island monster. Like this island, it's an island. It's a beast though. You have to like wake it up and then set it free. I did all of that. It's a side quest.
Okay.
Yeah. So like because you just get sucked into the world. Actually, it's really good, really well built, and and like I said, the combat for me, I thought was I was going to just play it basic, but I'm really getting involved in. You have to really, because otherwise it takes a while to kill things. So you really got to get more involved in the controls of it. But it's good. I really like it. I really like the upgrade system. Like you can't just do your basic heavy attacks and light attacks. It's like you need to actually do like a charge attack, and then I'll do like a knock them up in the air to juggle them and stuff like that. Like you get more complicated, I'm saying, rather than just button smash.
With the axe?
I don't
know. Have like weaknesses to certain attacks?
Yeah. There's fire and ice, and each one had like you can balance those weaknesses with the characters and charge up those weapons. And
right? They didn't end up.
Yeah. No, I don't. Is there a third?
Well, you'll see.
Okay. So, but yeah. Anyways, so I'm enjoying that, but that's it for me. Tony?
Yeah, pretty much same thing. Slay Aspire 2.
Yeah.
Trying to divvy it up a little bit. I'm on like Ascension 9 with the Defect, who's my favorite character. It's starting to get hard. I don't even think it goes up to Ascension 20 yet in the beta. But some of the other characters is just still trying to figure them out because like I played so much of the Defect in the first game that I kind of know optimal builds and whatnot. But now I'm trying to force myself to do the other characters, and some of them are so hard. Actually, there's a clip. I won Act 3 with 1 HP left. It was insane. I was like, oh shit, like that was really close. Like just one decision anywhere in my run could have like ended me. But,
yeah, that's the thing about this. So that's the thing. Going back to the first starter character, they're less affected by your deck builds. Like, if you're like you can get certain cards. I'm saying like your builders rely on you getting a certain stack of cards to help your deck flow along better. Yeah. And the game does okay mixing in those cards, but you could not get the stuff that you really want to get sometimes. That's the important thing. Yeah. So like that's kind of a bad run there. So like a couple of these characters I only played a first few fights with, and I just got rolled because I'm like, I don't understand how that works.
The thing I would say is that I would prioritize defense over offense, at least in Act 1. Yeah. Because most of the characters have something that will either passively do damage to the opponent, or in the case of Doom, it will raise their expiration. And as long as you're not going to 0 health, you're fine, right? Like, even if it takes 100 turns, like you're gonna stack that Doom up to their health pool. Versus, you can only take so many, 10-point hits.
Who's the charge character?
The star?
The lightning?
The Regent?
Is that the Regent? Is that the star and the frost? In the you can add orbs.
He's got the sword.
No, that's a defect. That's
the defect.
Okay, I like that character quite a bit too. Yeah. So
he's the last one you unlock.
He's the last one.
I think so. Yeah.
With him, it's all about at least the builds I do. It's power and anything related to orbs, like increasing focus, and then anything else that just has block. Like you can get something that has like block and do something else. That's just gravy. So like I think it's Ice Shield or something like that, where it gives you 2 frost orbs and then a certain amount of block. It's like effectively like 13 block or something like that for two energy, which is amazing. But really fun. Played a bit more multiplayer, having a lot of fun with that. Started a New Game Plus in Resident Evil Requiem.
Nice.
To unlock some stuff. It's really funny because now I'm playing in third person as Grace, and one of the unlockable weapons I got for her was this infinite stamina knife.
Oh.
So I'm just going up to zombies and just going, like, just stabbing them like 10 times in a row, and they just die. I'm like, fuck you. Like, whereas like early, your first playthrough, you're like, I don't have enough bullets for this. What are you doing to me? And you just have to like run away. So
I watched somebody post the Infinite Requiem ammo run. I'm just like, it's not even, that wouldn't even be fun. Like, just like, I'm just gonna kill everything that moves.
But that's the part about Resident Evil where they do a good job of adding the replayability factor to it, because you can enable or disable a lot of those things. So it's just kind of like, Insanity, you'll die very easily. So some people are like, okay, I'll enable infinite ammo, where it's more about dodging the enemies rather than, and obviously killing them fast.
You can fit your play style and how you want to make each gameplay, and then you can change it up. Like I said, like if you want this run to be more action packed, you can do that, or if you want it to be more on the stealthy, sneaky side, you can do that. So,
exactly.
That's cool.
The what's her name, the giant girl runs faster than you in Insanity.
So,
oh my god, I couldn't handle that. I could not handle that. No way. Yeah, cool. All right, Corey.
Oh, yep, more Slay the Spire 2 here and there. I did go through an entire run as a silent while I was on the plane also. The daily, whatever the daily one was.
Oh, daily runs are fun.
Yeah, so like you got 5 of the same card, and you started with that, and you didn't get any more cards. You only got relics.
Oh,
that was, yeah. So you had your basic cards, and you had these 5 other cards, and so that was it. And you just got relics the entire time. So did that, went all the way through that while I was on the plane as well. But I've been playing a lot more Borderlands actually recently. Borderlands 4, they've been having this loot event thing where they've been dropping a whole bunch of enemies. And the first day they had it was glitched, and every enemy was doing it instead of like sprinkling it in. And so every enemy was just dropping 3 legendaries, and so it was breaking people's games because there's just so much loot on there. And you couldn't see things anymore. So that was that was fun. Like that first day was just a lot of fun just to go through and do that. They fixed it a little bit, so you're not getting as much anymore, which is it's okay, but it's neat because it's really, they haven't announced it, which is weird, but they've this tells me we're getting a level cap increase, I think, with the new DLC, and that comes out next week. So, because why else would they just be like, here, have as many legendaries as possible right now? Because level 50 gun that's like a god roll is gonna still be better than a level 60 gun that's not, right? So you can just still do that. But yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I'm excited for the new stuff coming.
I'm glad it's keeping you off a marathon.
Definitely, I would much rather
everybody off a marathon.
But yeah, I'm excited for the new character too. He looks pretty cool. They showed off some stuff this week.
Nice. All right, Mike.
So I finished Metroid Dread.
Nice. Orange one.
Last boss was bullshit.
Last boss, yeah.
Last boss continues the tradition of bullshit endgame bosses with these games.
Oh yeah.
That one was rough, but I did look up one tip that made at least the 3rd phase, which I was finally getting to consistently. Yeah, way easier. In fact, after getting that tip, I beat him. That immediately switched to everything. I'm like, all right, I win now. But still, up to that point, it took me a long time to figure out how to dodge certain things in that 2nd phase. But good game. I actually did 75% completion this time. I explored a bit more of the collectathon than normal, mostly because I got confused based on when I stopped.
Didn't know where to go.
Because I stopped playing at the wrong time, so my momentum took me away from where I should have went, and I just went around, and then I decided, all right, I'm just gonna collect what I can until I figure out where I want to go. Although there's some very hard Shine Spark transition things to get 25% of those things, so I didn't really get any energy tanks for all that collection, just more missiles that I kind of didn't really need, but it was fun. Another good one. Yeah, the orange one is like Rick the Door Technician from, that type of insurmountable challenge.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh,
I knew it
but
was
I-
the
that
but
one.
I appreciate
That
it.
one sticks with you. And you'll always remember that one.
Yeah. And then because I finished that a little quicker than I expected, I went back to Yakuza 3 Dark Ties, and I'm almost I almost platinumed it. I have just one thing to do. The sort of optional thing in the Dark Ties thing, Survival Hell, which is actually pretty hard. It's it, you sort of go through. It's kind of like a brawler dungeon, basically, where you can bring other guys and you upgrade your weapons and all this stuff. It gets pretty hard at the end. It's supposed to. So we'll see if I can do that. I haven't really platinumed any of the Yakuza games, and this one isn't even particularly good. It just seemed feasible where I stopped. So I'm like, all right, I might as well try this. So we'll see if I do it or not. Um, but that's where I'm at in that game, and it'll be interesting if this is the only one I platinum because it's not better than other games that I didn't, but I guess it's easier to platinum if I
Right.
can beat this thing.
All right, let's get into some gaming news, guys. A lot to go over here, actually. We'll start with Marvel Rivals. Today was it today they announced the season 7 trailer was dropped.
Correct.
So it begins March 20th. So this week, season 7. So what do we have dropping on this one? Black Cat.
Thirst traps.
Well, that's a given. This is Marvel Rivals we're talking about.
Yeah, well, yes.
White Fox and Black Cat.
White
Fox
Fox,
is the
White Fox.
initial
I-
character.
Yeah, no idea who that is.
Yeah, she's a B or probably C stream comic character. I don't know much about her. Apparently, she's the
Is she like a-
shapeshifter or something like that.
Turns into a wolf.
Who's-
Yeah.
Is she like
Something looking thing.
who is she like related to? Like whose stories does that character end up in?
No idea.
I
No idea.
what comic was she part of? Let's see. What's it called again? What's the character?
White Fox.
White Fox.
Oh.
I will tell you right now. Didn't come up in the first spread of search.
Probably need to add
This- yeah, this
comics.
is-
Yep, adding comics. It is appearing in.
in her own
I
thing.
can't give you any. I can't give you anything better,
This is
unfortunately.
crazy. Well,
Um,
we're about to find out, I guess.
South Korean superhero in the Marvel Comics universe. Prominent leader of the Tiger Division. First debuted in
Villain.
Avengers: Electric Rain.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I don't really know.
He
I can't
cuts-
get you. This is a very obscure character. I can't.
Yeah, well, we're
get into-
about to get a big boost of
Yeah.
awareness for this character. I haven't been playing Rivals lately. Elsa Bloodstone, I wasn't that interested in her coming, and she was just a DPS who apparently was half broken, so I haven't been playing lately. White Fox probably is not bringing me back. I don't know. Do we have news about what roles these characters are, though?
White Fox is strategist, I think.
Oh, she is. Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, that trailer is awesome. The animation is ridiculous. Highly recommend watching the trailer just for
She's a
that.
strategist, which is good. God, I don't want
Yeah.
to do another double DPS season ever again because
Right.
it's terrible. But yeah, I mean, it looks cool. I think it's funny because I forget how much we talked about it, but the Overwatch 2 back to Overwatch 1 apparently actually did pretty well for them with the new characters
Somehow, yeah.
they dropped.
It tricked
Mhm.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, so now it's like, oh, right, like Marvel's is like, all right, release the thirst traps. Like,
Like again, the trailer,
yeah,
they put them in some poses.
yes,
But no, the animation though in that trailer is really, really good.
Cool.
It's a lot,
first-
very, very cool stuff.
I mean, they've had like pretty high production value animations before, but this is the first one with like real choreography in it. It seems like.
feels like it, yeah.
Mhm.
So, all right,
Cool.
cool. All right, Mike, what is this news about Starfield? Major update. What do we got?
Yeah, it's coming to PlayStation April 7th, pretty soon,
Very soon, yeah.
and a big update that's mostly free.
Mostly free.
It's well, that's okay. The update is free, and then there's also DLC for
Oh, okay.
$10. it's hard for me to say how much this will change things. There's a lot of stuff listed. You're gonna get a cruise mode where you can go between planets within the same system, and you can sort of set it on autopilot, run into things more organically on your way to places. New points of interest, new characters, new quest lines. Quality of life stuff. They're saying all the right things. I'm still um, missing some like gambling games in some of their casino areas. That should be in there, but it's not. But we'll see. And then there's like the new story, Terra Armada, $10 DLC, a new area, um, new faction. You could get a new companion character. Hopefully, he's more interesting than most of the ones you get already. And yeah, new ships and stuff. So that it's all the right things, but we'll see how it works out because you're not going to change the fundamental story or lack of logic to how these settings are put together, and so
jumping back in or no?
it's not I will, unless there's something totally like taking up my time at that time, which we'll see how Crimson Desert reviews.
Yeah.
But
I might take up your time for the rest of the year. That game, from what I'm
You
seeing.
can drift
Yeah.
with your horse.
But I am a little more interested in this, especially when Outer Worlds 2 sort of left me
Fell
wanting
flat.
a little. And I do remember while playing that game, it's like, oh, it'd be cool to like do some more Starfield like things in this. So yeah, I'll check it out for sure. But I don't think people who didn't like the initial release are really gonna like
No, it
this
doesn't sound
enough.
like a Phantom
I don't think
Liberty
it's gonna
thing.
change it. They keep telling you that this is not Starfield 2.0. They keep saying that over and over again. So
This is
sometimes
not
you
an
got to believe them.
improvement, guys. Don't worry.
I didn't say that.
It's not that
but
big of an
it's not a
improvement, guys.
different
Come
game.
on. Realistic expectations. What do you want from us?
Yeah.
But yeah, it does seem like a fresh infusion of stuff at least, and hopefully it fixes some of the sort of problems.
I mean, I'm sure Todd Howard just wants people to
motivations,
stop asking about
I saw that the interview where he's like, "Stop asking me about Elder Scrolls 6." Like, bro,
Yeah.
he announced this like 7 years ago or whatever it's been.
Yeah.
It's
They
out
should
there.
get rid
People are
of
gonna
it. They
ask
should
you.
Skip it. Bring Fallout next. Fuck Elder Scrolls.
We'll get
All
Fallout
right.
remasters and that's it.
All right. Let's see. We've got news about Embark Studios. The dev behind Arc Raiders and the Finals has mutually agreed to part ways with co-founder Rob Runnison following, or is it Runnison or Runnison? Whatever. Following public allegations that he engaged in sexual misconduct with a popular The Finals streamer, as well as external investigation that Embark claims did not substantiate. Oh, I'm sorry. As well as an external investigation that Embark claims did not substantiate the allegations. So
it didn't substantiate it, but they're parting ways.
But
weird.
They're
That's
gone.
weird.
Yeah.
Very
Parting
weird.
ways with CCO, and didn't find anything, but you're gone. So, yeah, not a good look for him.
Just be normal.
At least they did the right thing. Just got rid of him. Get rid of him.
Them. They also actually hired because of the success of Arc Raiders. They actually went and paid the voice actors to come back and do actual lines. Because one of the things I didn't know about when I first bought the game in the first week or whatever it was they used some AI for voice lines, and I was like, oh, I don't like that. But I couldn't have funded it
pretty
at that
bad.
point.
You can tell.
Yeah, you could really tell, but I didn't know, prior to buying the game. So, and they're like, oh, people really like genuine voice acting, and we can get blah blah. I was like, yeah, no fucking shit, dude. Like, why? Like, I just want to smack some of these people, and we'll get into if we want to shift the discussion to NVIDIA.
Boy.
More AI.
Let's go to NVIDIA. That's the let's talk about is it
DLSS 5?
DLSS 5. I was waiting for that one.
The memes, man, the memes.
Yeah. So NVIDIA had their reveal for their new fancy schmancy AI overlay, DLSS 5, that's going to upgrade. I put that for those not watching. I put quotes out there. Upgrade your experience in gaming. It runs an overlay essentially over the computer, over the visuals to give it a more detailed, I guess, view. I guess, right?
I'll be honest. I thought this was an early April Fool's joke when I first saw like some screenshot
Yeah.
comparisons, because it's literally like if you've ever seen those like online chuds who go like, "Oh, like new Aloy isn't pretty enough, or new Lara Croft isn't pretty enough," and it's like the original model and then sexy Aloy or sexy Lara Croft. That's exactly what it looked like to me, and I'm like, "What the fuck? This is real." And Digital Foundry did this whole thing on it, and I was just like, "Are you guys fucking serious? You're just sucking Nvidia's cock right now." And like,
it was a Grace was the first thing I saw with Requiem, and I'm like, what they put makeup? They put makeup on Grace. Is that what they just did?
They make it very, very AI looking instead of video game looking.
It literally looks like when you put a like glam filter on like a picture. Like that's all.
It looks like a Snapchat filter. Yep, 100%. Snapchat filter. That's it. That covers it, Mike. You got it. This is the new tech, and you know there were so many people that were like, "Oh, this looks incredible," and I'm like,
"What are you talking about? If this looks good,
if you want different characters,
you're changing the character. You're changing the character.
If this looks good to you, I feel bad. I feel bad for you.
Yeah."
I think there's some interesting things they could do with it. I just think they took it in the different direction that a lot of people were disappointed.
Like you could. Why don't you spruce up the environments? Why don't you spruce up the environments?
Well, supposedly that's there too. Like the light. Like I hear there's some pushback in like Reddit comments, like, "Oh, but yeah, the lighting." I'm like, no one's. It's hard to notice that. I'm sure that that's part of it as well, but you can't fuck with faces like that. You can't use like AI. You know, it does look like the face filter on a Snapchat thing. So it looks.
It's very cartoony, like. Which is weird because it's trying to not be cartoony, but it looks very cartoony.
There's also the one where you have that, I don't know what character that like older woman character who suddenly becomes like super old, like even more wrinkles in that. So it's like, oh, this is the old filter we need to use for this one. It's like, oh my god.
I don't know what's going on. I think they do some stuff they do with the hair looks really good. It's just very. It looks so AI generated.
Well, yeah. The problem is, I guess at the core of a lot of these upscaling things, it is, you know, kind of it's AI. It's trying to generate like what it thinks should be pixel by pixel based on, you know, what's there. But when you get to faces, you can't have it be like this full filter type thing. It's
even
it's
in
ridiculous.
The environments. There's the one screenshot comparison. I forget what game it was. But it literally just took out the shadow. So it's like you wanted to make it brighter by removing the shadows. Now it looks even worse as a game. So I don't know. Whatever. Fuck this.
Yeah.
Fuck this.
I love the outrage for it though. Like because you know the gamer hate is going to save us from AI. I think.
Hopefully, I can only hope so.
Like because we're the only ones who were like in a majority who seems loud enough like in their like industry to like make a difference. Like no one gives a shit anywhere else, it seems like. Not loud enough.
Yeah.
So direct all your gamer hate towards this AI nonsense. And make that other venture capitalist guy who was, you know, disappointed that we demonize AI. Yeah, that's right. Keep being disappointed.
And apparently today even the Nvidia CEO was like, gamers don't understand. It's like, bitch, you don't understand. Like, fuck you. Like, go get a tighter fucking leather jacket, you piece of fucking shit. Like,
it's just like the focus is very much on the faces, right? And like, I don't know. We'll see if it can help with the environments. But like you said, if it doesn't help it, then it's not gonna help it.
You also need two 5090s to run this thing? Two 5090s, not just one, two. So who's gonna be able to like even afford this? Who's the target demographic? Elon Musk?
It's giving you new characters in your games. Yeah. Forget the characters you got new ones.
Yep.
So, all right. Other news. Jeff Kaplan. I moved this article over. This was about basically the co-creator for Overwatch, who left Activision Blizzard before the shit hit the fan. Came on record actually recently with PC Gamer, I think, right? Talking about his career with the company and what ultimately drove him to leave. And I gotta say, like, the comments weren't crazy for what he said. With basically the Overwatch League drove the studio to trying to make the most amount of money they could possible fast, essentially, because of the craze and the investors, the billionaires that were investing in the teams. So it got to the point where their games were just just make money. Don't worry about the game, just make money, right? And that's basically what he had said in this article. And that's now it's unbelievable to have the retrospective aspect, because when he left, it was always like, holy shit, what's going on? Because he's the co-creator, and the face of it, essentially, of this franchise at that time. Like, he was rolling out updates, talking about Overwatch 2, and then just left.
Well, so the thing is, and I enjoyed Overwatch League during its initial 2-year, maybe 2.5, whatever. But investors got a hold of it, and they wanted to see instant returns on their money, because people from Activision Blizzard King promised the world, like, oh, you buy your sports team, it's this much buy-in, this much to host it, blah blah blah, and you're going to see, it's going to be bigger than the NFL. Apparently, that's what they promised these investors.
That was their trying.
Insane, but that's not feasible in a short term, like first 5 years, right? I don't think, even if you had 20 years, I just don't think it would be possible either. But anyway, Jeff Kaplan, I posted the one snippet that really stuck out to me in the interview, where he said, I think the chief financial officer of Blizzard at the time pulled him into his office and said, Overwatch needs to produce this ridiculous amount of money by this date. And I think it was either 2019 it got pushed to 2020, or it was 2020 got pushed to 2021, one of the two. And
it's like a year later.
Yeah,
right?
it was a little extra because it got delayed. And he goes, and if you don't, we're going to fire 1,000 people, and that's going to be on you. And it's like, what? How deranged do you have to be as a human being to threaten the guy who's literally the golden goose with the egg that is Overwatch, right? Because again, that was all the rage back then in 2017.
Yeah, it was
2018.
peak.
It was huge.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And to be like, oh, well, you need to start bringing in this much money every year with Overwatch, or we're going to fire 1,000 people and have that on your conscience.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? So that's the point where he's like, okay, well, I need to get out because this is no longer
I don't blame him.
Sign up for. And
I don't blame him.
Overwatch suffered for years after that, and it's only maybe recently
it lost its direction. Lost its direction. So, let's see more. Well, down sour news. I don't know what it is. Warner Brothers Montreal devs report layoffs. So several developers are reporting that they have been laid off at Warner Brothers Montreal. Not surprised here. Warner Brothers. We're talking about cuts earlier on the movie cast.
Right. Surprised they exist at all still, but maybe they won't soon.
Yeah, I don't think they will soon. I think they're getting.
What were they working on?
I mean, I just mentioned that the other week, right? Unfortunately, I hate to be right about layoffs, but just like we talked about with Blue Point, if whoever's writing your checks goes, "Hey, what are you working on? What are you making for us right now?" And if that answer isn't, something good, and especially when your last project wasn't a success,
Gotham Knights.
Yeah, Gotham Knights. Started damaging.
Justice League.
Over.
Yeah,
it took them forever to do.
So
Suicide Squad.
Said, what are they working on? Like, what is it? What's happening over there? That
right, exactly.
Requires people.
And what's Rocksteady working on?
Montreal did that one, right?
Like,
who knows?
Supposedly Rocksteady's working on, going back to a Batman game, but we'll see if that ever happens.
Can you go home again? We don't know. Can you go home again? All right. Let's see. Destiny 2. Again, going back to Destiny 2 has lost 91% of its players since the Edge of Fate. 97% from Final Shape.
Yeah.
No player base.
Bad.
Bungie also in trouble.
Yeah.
That's not good for Bungie.
Since they were acquired.
But not that many.
They've done nothing but lose more and more players.
Yeah, Marathon also not doing very well at all. So, yeah. Again, talking about Montreal, now you're talking about Bungie. Are they going to make it? So, I don't know.
It's got to be what? Almost 1,000 people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I know they were at 700 at one point. So.
Yeah. So at least, we'll just say 700. We'll go with that, plus or minus 100, just for shits and giggles. But they're in the Pacific Northwest, I think, the Seattle area. Right?
Seattle area. Yep.
Very expensive cost of living, high wages, right? 700 people. Let's just assume 100,000 is the average salary, right? Of all these people.
That's probably low, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm probably lowballing that, and that's not factoring health insurance and benefits, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah,
can't survive on that.
You take 700 people times 100,000 per year. Per year, that is the upkeep, like just the upkeep cost. That is insane.
Yeah.
That is insane. Yeah. That is a lot of fucking money. And Marathon is, I think, around 50,000 concurrent users on Steam. And even if it's doubled, apparently it's not even doing well on PlayStation. Like the top, it's not, I think it's in the bottom like 40s or something right now of active users and stuff. You can't survive on this, man. You could not survive on this.
No, you can't. So that's not good for them. But I thought I see some good news for last. So I'm not going to end on a bad note here. Nintendo Switch launched a firmware update, or software update today, I guess, for their system, for the Switch 2. Switch 2. That allows, this was a cool thing, not even teased at all for this, but suddenly it was launched in the software. You can now launch your Switch 1 games, certain ones, I don't think it's all of them yet, it is all? Okay. Basically in the TV, like, while you're handheld for your Switch 2 in TV mode, though, so it runs at 1080p, it doesn't try to reduce the frame rates down. So it's called boost mode, right?
Yep, boost mode.
It's a pretty awesome feature to be added, like just out of the blue. You know what I mean? Like, no announcements, just here it is in the notes.
It was kind of funny because the update came randomly because Nintendo usually doesn't announce it ahead of time.
No.
So the usual suspects are posting like, "Oh, new Nintendo Switch 2 firmware update," and all these people are like, the joke is, "Oh, further stability updates." Wow, my Switch 2 is so stable. It's the most stable it's ever been. People are like, "Whoa, wait a second, boost mode? What the fuck?" It actually has right? Like it's like it has a meaningful feature. So it's really good, and it's nice to use that extra hardware processing power of the Switch 2 to run those Switch 1 games in 1080p mode, because that was, I think, a big criticism that people are like, I don't really see that much of a difference between my Switch 1 games on handheld on Switch 2, even though Switch 2 is much more powerful. So good for them, great update. A lot of people are being like, oh my god, I can play this game, especially Xenoblade games. They're like, I can play Xenoblade portable now. Like, holy crap!
Those are the games that are for that. Like the amount of time involved in those games, like you want to bring it everywhere you go, and to have the frame rate jump from 720 to 1080p now.
A lot of those games weren't even at 720. Like some of the open world ones were like, I think rendering at like 540 or something.
Wow.
Pretty not good.
Yeah.
So great for them. And then tangentially related, it was PlayStation, Sony, that released updates for their DLSS for the PS5 Pro, I think, or whatever. And those games look even sharper now. Huge update for a lot of games in the past 2 years. So it was just funny. In one day, we had Nintendo drop something good for their systems, Sony PlayStation drop something good for their thing, and then Envy is like, hey guys, we're yassifying all your characters. It's like, what? Like,
let's change the entire game. So
I'm so mad about it.
No, great for Nintendo on that one. So, all right, and that's it for the news, folks. That's all we have for you today. So that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. Once again, we're live on Twitch Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock. Please join us. We'd love to have you chat with us. If you can't, though, be sure to subscribe over on YouTube. That way you get notified when we post these videos, so you can get notified. So that's gonna do it for this week. We'll see you guys next week. We are out.